Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jirash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock with you here tonight as we get set to go in what should be a very special night here on the north side of Ankeny. It is number 8, Ankeny, the Hawkettes, taking on number 6, Ankeny Centennial, the Jaguars, as we get ready to go here tonight. These teams battling to stay in that top half of the so tough Central Iowa Metro League as they get ready to go throughout the course of 2023 into 2024. Just a brutal league right now. You've got the number 1, the number 2, the number 4, the number 5, the number 6, and the number 8 team in the state right now in the Central Iowa Metro League. We are expecting a huge crowd to be on hand tonight for this ball game, as it always is when Ankeny and Centennial take on each other. One of the social events of the year in Ankeny, and we should have a good one tonight. This will be the first game of our doubleheader, as later on the boys' games will take off as well, and that should be a treat as well. 6-1 Ankeny against 4-2 Ankeny Centennial. We are ready to go here with our starting lineups here shortly as they play the hype video there for Ankeny Centennial as they have it on the big board here tonight. We've got a special halftime presentation tonight in our boys' game where the state champion girls softball team from Centennial will be on hand to get recognized for their summer state championship. And then also stay tuned, our Josh Cowart New York Life offices halftime show of the girls game will also feature the dance team tonight as well. We are going to head down to our Signorama starting lineups, and for that, the next voice you'll hear is our public address announcer, Cade Tomlinson.
Tonight's colors will be presented by the Ankeny Police Department Honor Guard. After the conclusion of the anthem, we ask that you please remain standing until the colors are retired.
as we watch the colors go off the floor. The Ankeny Police Department Honor Guard on hand here tonight to present our colors during our national anthem. Good crowd on hand here to start tonight, and it will only get bigger as Ankeny and Centennial always bring out a huge crowd. Both sides of town really support their teams. In fact, a couple of years ago I was told you will be hard-pressed to find a girls basketball atmosphere anywhere in the country better than what you will likely see here in the second half of this one here tonight as both of these teams get rolling. Ankeny ranked number 8 on the year coming in. Centennial ranked number 6 right now as we get ready to go.
Hawk fans, are you ready? Jaguar fans, are you ready?
So, out there to start right now for Centennial, Jaden Pratt in the tip-off against Jayla Williams for Ankeny. Tip controlled by the Hawkettes. Savvy Gage with the basketball right now in on Pratt. Spins in, up with a shot. She's fouled. And an early foul. We'll see who that's on. It's going to be whistled on Finley Blackmore, her first foul. And, of course, the foul rules are different. Free throw rules different this year in girls high school basketball as Gage puts that first one through, and Ankeny has drawn first blood in this one here tonight. Free throw by Savannah Gage. Gage coming off her knee injury last April. Has played very, very well since coming back for Coach Nate Tobey's squad. Smith with a basketball for Centennial. Over to Blackmore. Maya Crawford with the ball right now. Crawford off to Martin on the weave. Martin kicks out. Smith off to Pratt as she can't quite handle it. Smith, a long three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound out of there, tipped out of there, kept alive, and Smith back to Pratt. Pratt kicks it out. Into the lane, up with a scoop, no good, and Williams comes away with a rebound for the Hawkettes. That's Jayla Williams. She's out there with Gage. Ainsley Keene, who's got the basketball right now. Cassie Johnson, future Division I softball player. And Carson Jacks, who every time we see Carson Jacks play seems to have just a huge night as Gage back in, and she's tied up and travels with the basketball. First game of a doubleheader here tonight. Girls are first, boys will play after this. Just a great, great, great night of basketball on hand here on the north side. Ava Martin into the lane. She goes all the way up, and no one picks her up, but she can't hit the layup. Rebound taken out of there by Martin. Kicks off to Pratt, who can't handle it. And scramble on the floor, and a jump ball going to be called as Cassie Johnson went down to get it for Ankeny, along with Blackmore. And the Jaguars will keep possession. 6:31 to go in the first quarter. Blackmore out on the corner. Off to Smith. It's some man-to-man defense right now of the Hawkettes. Crawford into the lane. Spin move off with the left hand, and Maya Crawford knocks that in. Ties it up at 2. Carson Jacks, who Crawford looks to be guarding here on the night. She is definitely a threat to shoot the 3. Keene into the lane, off to Gage. Gage pushed a little bit, no call, and back the other way we go. Smith for Centennial. Out to Crawford. She might have taken an extra step. The Ankeny fans in front of us wanted it. Can't say I disagree with them. Smith in the corner for 3. No good, off the edge of the backboard. Cassie Johnson clears it, gets it ahead to Jacks. Gage, long three-pointer on the way. Good! Savannah Gage picking up right where she left off last week. draining a three-pointer to give the Hawkettes a 5-2 lead. Down low to Pratt. Again they go down to Pratt, backing in. She caught it nice and low, goes up with a shot, gets her own rebound, and she stepped on the end line out of bounds, and the ball will get turned over back to the Hawkettes. Kylan Smith in our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution of the night will check in for the Jaguars. She comes in for Blackmore. Just 3 minutes, into this first quarter. Ball tipped away. Smith gets it ahead. Crawford runs it down, up with a shot, and puts it in. 4 points on the night for Crawford. 5 points on the night for Savannah Gage for the Hawkettes, who just had the ball. Williams, future Division I basketball player as well, blocked out of there by Smith. She can dribble again if she wants, tips it away. Nice dribbling by Gage all the way in, up with a shot, and blocked by Crawford. Crawford stayed straight up. The officials said she did. Now out to Smith. Jags on the run. Now they set it back out for a little secondary break look. Smith to Smith. Down low they go. Pratt kicks it out. There's a good look for the Jaguars. Tilly Smith for three. A lot of attention given to Jaden Pratt down low when she catches the ball. That left Smith open. This time Johnson with the ball up top. Off to Keene. Keene kicks it off. And Cassie Johnson hits the three for the Hawkettes. Johnson, future Texas Tech softball player. Pratt has it tipped away from her, and it will go off her leg, out of bounds, back to the Hawkettes. Lizzie Beam, a freshman, checks in for the Jaguars in our second Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Jaden Mosier checks into the game for Ankeny, as well as looks like Kyla Schopfeld. Keene, a long three-pointer. High arcing three. She gets it to fall and gives the Hawkettes a 4-point lead here early on in the first quarter. Crawford. Off to Smith. Not related. Crawford into the lane and has it tipped away from her. It will stay with the Jaguars. Finley Blackmore back into the game for Tilly Smith. Hawkettes with 3 3-pointers in this first quarter. Kylan Smith in, kicks it out to Crawford, who's got it right now. Crawford backs in, goes up with a shot, can't get it to fall, and a bunch of Hawkettes there for the rebound. Keene has it and loses it out of bounds as Ainsley Keene and Savannah Gage both had great position for the rebound, but couldn't hold on to it. Goes out of bounds and will stay with the Jaguars. Crawford to Kylan Smith. Down low they go to Crawford, posting up on Jax. Crawford up with a shot. She's got it, and we'll have a chance to add to a 3-point play. Jax whistled for her first foul. Just one foul on each team here in this first quarter. Wholesale substitutions for the Hawkettes. Cassie Johnson back into the game. Williams back into the game. Carson Jax in there as well as Schopfeld and Crawford. It's been all Crawford for Centennial. Pratt, and she's going to get whistled a long way from the basketball for her first foul, and it'll be a key to keep her out of foul trouble. Schopfeld And now Carson Jack's going to run things. We've seen Carson Jack throughout the course of this year, early on this year, be able to play both inside and out, and she carries the basketball.
General substitution, number 24, Lizzie Beam.
Beam back into the game for Pratt, trying to avoid her second foul of the first quarter. 2 minutes to play. Kylan Smith up top. And they throw it away. Unforced turnover there as Crawford just looked to make a quick little cut. Of course, Crawford, Kylan Smith, members of the middle distance team for Centennial Girls Track, very successful there. Into the lane, up with a shot blocked out of there, and Beam comes away with it. Ankeny by 1. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Beam to Blackmore. Blackmore forces her way in. Back out to Smith. This is Beam again up top. Off to Crawford. Crawford going to set things up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. You see that above each rim, that shot clock. 5 seconds. Crawford in, up with the left hand. Gets it to fall. Maya Crawford having a night here in the first quarter. She's got 9 of the 12 points for the Jaguars. 3-point shot on the way. And shot belt is good. 4 3-pointers for the Hawkettes. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. So Jaden Pratt back in for offensive purposes here with 40.6 seconds to go in the first period. Smith, Blackmore. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds on the game clock. Crawford into the lane. She likes that move to the left hand, puts it in again. Crawford ties it up, and she's got 11 in the first quarter. Shot clock is off at the end of the quarter. Carson Jacks kicks it out. Johnson. Again, shot belt blocked out there by Pratt. Out of bounds with 1.3 seconds to go in the quarter. That is the official time on our clock. Gage in to shoot it here if she gets a chance at the end of the quarter. They lob it in, up with a shot. Williams kicks it out. Didn't have time to make that second pass. End of the first quarter. All tied up at 14 back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more. Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
welcome back to Centennial Digital as we get set to go, driven by Freedom Tire tonight, presented on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Thanks to Pete Tarpey and his crew for allowing the use of their channel. 14-14 after the first quarter as we start the second. .15 seconds on the shot clock. Hawkettes being patient. Keene all the way in, kicks it out. Jack's three-point shot got fouled. Traveled first. Okay. Crawford thought she got dinged for her foul, but she did not. They said that Jack's traveled with the basketball first. So the Jaguars back in possession. Down low they go to Pratt. She catches it down low on Johnson. Kicks it out. Crawford for three. No good, an air ball, and off Pratt, out of bounds. Back to the Hawkettes. Coach Scott DeYoung applauds the effort. He likes the shot. Just the execution not quite there. Crawford has been so good in the early going here tonight. Carson Jacks, the senior. Feels like we've been watching her play basketball forever on the south side. Hawkettes weaving around. Keene's got it right now. Sophomore in on Martin, up with a shot and blocked out of there by Pratt. Pratt looked like she was back out on the volleyball court. Their all-state fall that she had for Coach Jessica Reinhardt and the Jaguars. Now Crawford picked up her dribble a little early. Down low they go to Pratt once again. Double comes in. Pratt throws it up off the glass and in. And a foul going to be whistled on the other end. That'll go on Martin, her first team foul of the second quarter. 16-14, Jaguars in the lead as Ainsley Keene steps up to shoot a couple free throws. First game of a doubleheader here tonight on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We've got the boys coming up next, and that should be very entertaining. Cassie Johnson pulls down the rebound, kicks it back out to Keene. Gage in the corner for three, and she traveled. Oh, actually, no, there's an offensive foul on Cassie Johnson. So there's a moving screen to free up Gage. First team foul on the Hawkettes of the second quarter. 16-15, Jaguars in the lead. Down low again, they go to Pratt to the left hand, off the glass and in. When she spins away from the double, she's had success going to the left side, as well as Crawford has had that same success, catching it down low and going to the left. Carson Jacks, covered by Crawford, goes up with a shot. Great move by Carson Jacks to make it a one-point game. Jags down low again and tried to force it. Cassie Johnson makes a great play to take it away for the Hawkettes. They get over to Williams. Williams has been quiet tonight. And a foul. That'll be Pratt's second, so probably we'll see her on the bench for a good portion of this second quarter. Future Division I basketball player. Gage with the basketball right now up top for Ankeny. Jacks now working on Crawford. Jacks kicks it out. Johnson thought about three. She's a good shooter. They go down low to Jacks once again. Back out to Johnson for three. No good. Rebound to Pratt, who stayed in the game with two. Down low they go. Kylan Smith gets a block from behind. Gets her own rebound out to Lizzie Beam, the freshman, for three. I think the Jags are due one more point here. Jaden Pratt just picked up her third foul, and that's big. That's really big.
Into the Jaguar lineup, number 14, Finley Blackmore.
So with 4 future Division I players on the floor tonight, down 1 with Jaden Pratt picking up her third. 20-17, Jaguars in the lead. Williams dribbles it off her foot. Beam hustles her way in there, goes out of bounds. The freshman making stuff happen for the Jags on the defensive end after hitting a big shot on the offensive end. Gage with the basketball now, the junior. Future St. Thomas Tommy. Drives in, takes a little Euro step to give herself some space, can't get it to fall. Blackmore in there to get the rebound for the Jags. So they did say that shot by Beam was a 2-pointer. That's why the discrepancy in the score. Jaguars still by 3. Into the lane, Tilly. Smith, the floater. Gives the Jaguars their biggest lead of the night right now at 5. Quick break, be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. Back in action. Our clock on our scoreboard here is wrong. 3-point shot there by Gage. That is not correct. The scoreboard clock that we've got, it should be 3:35 to go. We'll try to get that fixed at some point. Still not correct. Apologize for this as we get things squared away. 3-point shot on the way, no good there. Ainsley Keene now with the basketball. We'll try to get that fixed at halftime. Some technical difficulties. Johnson with the basketball. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Up with a shot and blocked out of there. Beam blocks it out of there. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Ankeny. Long throw in there to Keene. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson off to Jax. And taken away momentarily. Beam scrambling for it. Creates a tie-up. Jaguars will get possession. Great hustle by the freshman, Lizzie Beam. Jaguars now with Blackmore. Back up top, Beam swings it over. Ball was tipped momentarily as Williams at the top of that zone and bank shot in. Maya Crawford. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Jaguars. 2:25 to go in the first half. Down low they go. Great cut by Williams. Battles through a lot of contact and puts that in. Jaguars in trouble, and a timeout here for Centennial. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one as well and be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Welcome back. As we come out of the timeout, Ankeny had slapped the pressure on coming out of the timeout, and Coach Scott DeYoung wanted a quick break to talk to his gals about how they want to handle that. So the Hawkettes in the full court press. They get the ball into Crawford just barely. She pushes ahead and she trips, and she is fouled by Keene. Got their legs tangled up. Crawford hit the ground hard. She goes to walk that off. Keene whistled just for her first foul. Jaden Pratt has 3 for Centennial. She's the only one in any real foul trouble on either squad. Crawford picks up her dribble. Now he's going to have to get rid of it to Smith. Nearly taken away. Martin has it back. Tipped away again. Flying all over the court is Williams. Now Jaguars with some numbers. Crawford all the way in, and she gets whistled for the charge as Carson Jacks stepped in to take the charge. And a foul going to be whistled on Blackmore down on the other end. That'll be 2 shots for the Hawkettes. Beam comes back into the game as Blackmore picked up her second foul. I think the points are jacked up on the scoreboard right now. Getting added to the wrong team. There we go, tied up at 24. Martin tipped away. Ankeny's really ratcheted up their defensive pressure. Kylan Smith with the basketball, and she travels with it. Ankeny has really pressed things out. And another timeout, 30-second timeout for Centennial. Be back right after this.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, The Zoom Room, and 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
And we're back. Minute 8 to go in the first half. Full shot clock for Ankeny, trying to take the lead back. They had it for most of the first quarter before Centennial tied it up. Now Centennial has led for most of the second quarter as Williams goes in. She can't get the layup to fall. Martin comes out of there. She can look ahead. Smith has beat everybody back. And now hustling down and saving it in. Crawford, great hustle play for the Jaguars. Smith's got it now. Crawford, down low she goes. Kylan Smith up with a shot, no good, too hard. Good defense by Johnson down low for the Hawkettes. 41 seconds to go in the half. About an 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Down low they go. Williams in on Smith. Good matchup there. Williams, a turnaround. Smooth as silk for Jayla Williams. And now 23 seconds left in the half. Jaguars going to have to get it across the timeline. A foul is going to bail out the Jags. Williams. It's whistled just for her first. Don't forget to stick around for our halftime show, New York Life, Josh Cowart Des Moines offices, as we'll have the Centennial dance team. Out to go. They get the ball into Martin. Martin's got to get it ahead. They do. Down to Smith. Smith off to Blackmore. Crawford is undercut, and she'll have a chance now. Well, I thought that was going to be the 5th foul, but they did not add another team foul the last time. Apparently that's just 4. So now with 12.3 seconds to go, Crawford to the basketball. Crawford on Williams, a couple future Division I basketball players right now. Over to Blackmore, 4 seconds. She doesn't have too much time, and Jaguars never get a shot off. Halftime, 26-24. And stick around now for our halftime show brought to you by the Des Moines offices of New York Life, the Josh Cowart Agency. We'll have a chance to watch the award-winning Centennial dance team. So actually we will have our Gary Telford Scholarship Award presentation as we await for the presenters of that. Does not appear that anybody's heading out to do that here at halftime, so if it does, we'll try to catch who that is. In other words, it does not appear that anybody's out there to do that right now, so we'll take a break and be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
To two Ankeny High School students and two Ankeny Centennial students who graduated in May. This $1,000 scholarship is given by the Booster Club each year to one male and one female student athlete from each high school. Students who participate in at least 2 sports each year of high school and maintain at least a 3.0 GPA are eligible to apply. The checks tonight are presented by our Booster Board members Rachel
New York Life Des Moines offices of Josh Cowart halftime show. Right after this, this is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jirash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
And welcome back as we get set to start the third quarter. Ankeny leads the Jaguars 26-24. We get ready to start the final 16 minutes of this one. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Plenty of seats remain if you want to get out here and catch the second half, catch the boys game as well. Not quite the fanfare that some of the previous games have had between these teams, but a great crowd nonetheless here tonight. Hawkettes will start with a basketball here in the third quarter. This is Jax with the ball. And Pratt is going to get whistled for her fourth foul, 30 feet away from the basket. So Jaden Pratt will be done for a long time. They got to get her out of the game. That's her fourth. Future Division I basketball player for Centennial is going to be done for a long time right now as she's picked up her fourth. Long ways away from the basket, and that's what Coach DeYoung has said. You got to take that with Jaden because she's going to play hard wherever she's at. Cassie Johnson with the basketball right now. Jags going to have to figure out a way to get it done without their Division I star as Gage goes in, throws it up off the glass. Kylan Smith, who will now get extended minutes, dishes it off to Crawford. Ball tipped out of bounds, will stay with the Jaguars. Crawford now with the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to throw it up, steps through, gets herself a good look. Can't get it to fall. Kylan Smith gets the rebound, and she puts it in. They're going to need some big minutes out of Kylan Smith with Pratt on the bench. Williams goes up to get it. All the way into the lane, Williams on Smith. She can't get it to fall. Battles through contact, nothing called, and quickly the other way, the Jags, 2-on-2. Tilly Smith with the ball. Loses her dribble momentarily. Someone's going to have to come to the basketball to get it from her. They try to get it down to Smith. And there's a layup there for Gage. And that's going to be a 10-second call. Jaguars really struggling against this pressure of Ankeny. Now down it goes and knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Hawkettes. First game of a doubleheader here tonight. There'll be about a 15 to 20 minute break between games before the boys will tip off. That should be entertaining as always. Gage lets loose on the three-point shot. Smith grabs the rebound, kicks it out. Now Jags have numbers. 4-on-2 for the Jaguars. Three-point shot on the way in rhythm, no good, and back the other way is the Hawkettes. Blackmore had a good look, and then coming away with a steal off the deflect is Smith. And another deflect, and Jags running all over, and now Savannah Gage going to get the wide open layup. Hawkettes want a timeout. They were the ones that were beneficiaries of the back and forth game. It's a 30-second timeout. It's tough to rehash what just happened because the ball was just getting thrown all over the place. They have now taken a 4-point lead. That's their biggest lead since the first quarter. But the up and down tempo definitely favoring the athleticism of the Hawkettes, and they're back into the press right now, going to force Centennial to dribble the ball up against that pressure. Blackmore gets it taken away. Gage with a steal off the tip from Williams. Long pass over to Keene. Johnson for three, no good. Kylan Smith up high, rips down the rebound. Crawford will take it up against some pressure. Off to Martin. Hawkettes really in no rush to get back on defense. They forced a lot of tough ball movement for Centennial in the front court. Blackmore might have traveled with it, gets away with it. Back the other way, Crawford. Skip pass, Blackmore in the corner for three, no good. Rebound, Smith again. Kicks out Blackmore, had a chance maybe to shoot another one. Martin down in the corner to Smith. Pestered by Gage, and Gage is going to get whistled for the reach-in foul, but boy, she was making things not easy. As Jaden Pratt's going to come back into the game with 4 fouls with 4.5 minutes to go. Jaguars realizing they need some offense as well. Pratt, you're going to see her probably be very careful down low. Smith off to Crawford. Crawford works her way in, smooth around the basket, can't get it to fall. Rebound out of there, Martin has it. She dives on the ground and she travels with the basketball. Great hustle by Ava Martin, but ended up rolling with it after she got the rebound. And the ball will get turned back over to Ankeny. Savvy Gage working on Martin. Keene, step back, thought about it. Down low they go, tipped out of there. Williams comes up with it, and she dribbles into the lane, and that's where Pratt's going to have to be careful as she gets drilled to the ground. Coach DeYoung is not happy, and then Carson Jacks is going to get whistled for the foul. This game is getting intense, very intense. Both coaches all over the officials right now. Very, very physical as Maya Crawford reaches and rubs her eye. Pratt tries to get it in. She does to Martin. Martin's going to have to be careful here. Gets it across to Pratt. Pratt all the way in, and she's fouled as she sidesteps Johnson. Johnson's going to get whistled. So Jaden Pratt in for some offensive purposes and has a chance now to add a couple free throws. Gets the first to fall. So Pratt adds a couple. 3:44 to go in the third quarter. Close one here between the Hawkettes and the Jaguars. Crawford tips it away. Lizzie Beam coming into the game with a Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Don't forget to stick around after the game where we'll name our Lamberti Murphy Strong Law player of the game. Visit them at ankenylaw.com. Jaguar student section wants some defense right now. Keene on the corner, up top to Jacks. Neither team has gone too deep into their bench here in the third quarter. See if conditioning comes in as Jacks goes up with a shot. Beam, good defense, and Smith rips down the rebound. Coach Young wants to push the tempo. Smith Crawford back to Tilly Smith. Down low they go to Pratt. Pratt draws 4 down low, out to Smith for 3. Good! Tilly Smith hits the 3-point shot. Gives the Jaguars the lead back here at 31-30. 2:45 to go, up with a shot, no good. Keene hustles for the offensive rebound, tosses the ball up. Rebound taken down by Williams. Back out to Keene, 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound to Crawford. Crawford off the screen, thought about 3. Down low she goes to Kylan Smith, who hands it off to Pratt, up off the glass. And good. Jaguars starting to find a little rhythm offensively. Hawkettes have had some good shots, they just can't get them to fall. Jacks. Up top to Johnson. Johnson has shown she can take the ball to the hole and shoot from the outside. Gage backing in on Crawford, throws it out on the corner. Jacks for 3, good! Carson Jacks ties it up from the left corner. Minute 45 to go, third quarter. Crawford all the way in, up with the left hand. Good! Gets it to fall. Back the other way, the Hawkettes. Down in the corner to Keene. Keene in on Smith, and Smith is going to foul her. First break in the action we've had in quite some time. Blackmore checks back in the game for Kylan Smith. Some great minutes out of Smith. Hawkettes feed it in. Williams one-on-one on Smith. Spins in, up with a shot. So tough to stop. She didn't get it to fall. Ball tipped around, and Crawford comes out with it. Jaguars by 2. Minute 20 to go in the third. Beam. Pratt goes in, up with a shot, blocked, and she's going to have a chance to shoot 2. Jaden Pratt has made a difference on the offensive end as she's come back into the game playing with 4 fouls. If the Jaguars get the lead here, you may see her sub out, save her for the 4th. Pratt moves the Jaguar lead up to 4. Quickly ahead the other way and stolen. Blackmore gets it to Smith. Hawkettes tried to push it a little too fast. Pratt all the way in on Williams. Kicks it back out to her teammate Crawford. Now Lizzie Beam, the freshman, over in the corner, and the Jaguars throw it away. A couple times we've seen a miscommunication there in the front court. Tough turnover there for the Jags. With 53.5 seconds to go, an 18-second differential in the shot clock and game clock. Williams kicks it all the way down to the corner. 3-point shot for Keene on the way. Good. Crawford quickly back the other way. Back and forth third quarter we've had. It's been a lot of fun here on the north side in the jungle tonight. 11-second differential. They go down low. Crawford up off the glass. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Everybody down there thought it went off Ainsley Keene except the official. So now Ankeny, the Hawkettes, trying to take the lead back as we head to the 4th. This is Gage, off to Johnson. Back to Gage, 10 seconds. Gage, they've spread him out, looked down to the corner. Jax is down to the corner. And Williams throws it up, no good, and that's going to be it. What a fourth quarter we've got in store. We'll be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials, Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Eat the Frog Fitness, and Made in the Shade Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We head to the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Jaguars with a basketball here. They lead by 1. Maya Crawford had a huge start to the game tonight, and then Jaden Pratt has taken over since coming back in from 4 fouls. Pratt spins her way in, up with a shot, and good. He's been so good around the basket here in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter as well. Jacks for 3, good. Ties it up. No one picked up Jackson. She calmly drills a 3 to tie it up at 39. 7.5 minutes to play. Down low, Kylan Smith couldn't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Crawford. Jaguars going to reload. Crawford off to Pratt. Blackmore wanted the ball in the corner. Crawford into the lane. Kicks it out. Blackmore for 3. Good! The crowd is starting to feel the excitement of the fourth quarter here. Nearly coming away with a steal was Pratt. Johnson has it. Now Jack's way short on the three-pointer. There was no tip called, so it goes to the Jaguars. Gives Ankeny a chance to set up their pressure. They've been so good in that full court game tonight. Kylan Smith gets it ahead to Pratt. Jaguars 3-on-2 down in the corner. Tilly Smith, no good. Rebound tipped out of there. Martin's got it off to Pratt. She has it taken away. And in the middle, Crawford comes away with it and gets it to fall. The Jaguars with their biggest lead of the second half at 5. Now Gage with the basketball. Into Keene. Keene up with a shot. Through contact. Can't get it to fall. Ankeny fans not happy. I can't blame them right now. Crawford up against some pressure. Off to Pratt. Into the lane. Martin all the way up and blocks. Gets her own rebound. Martin in trouble. Taken away. And a foul going to be whistled on Ava Martin, going back after the basketball that she lost. So the Hawkettes now trailing by 5 with 6 minutes to go in the regulation. Great game for number 8 versus number 6 tonight. Jacks in on Martin, up with a layup, good. Against the pressure, Jaguars 2-on-1. Pratt all the way in, kicks it out to Smith for 3, no good. Rebound tipped out of there, and coming out is Keene. Keene presses it and is sniped from behind by Pratt. And the Hawkettes will keep the basketball. Fourth quarter, Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. As Lizzie Beam checks back into the game for the Jaguars. Jags by 3, 5.5 to play. Quickly they get it into Williams. Williams spins and finds herself right in front of the basket. Gets the layup, and she'll have a chance to tie it up at the free throw line. Lizzie Beam got caught in the wrong spot.
Going to the line for the Hawkettes, number 22, Jayla Williams.
Williams ties it up. And Pratt has it swiped from behind. Keene with a hustle play. Got a very appreciative Hawkette fan group in front of us for Ainsley Keene, the sophomore. Jaguars weren't ready to take the ball in. They quickly get it in. Blackmore for three. Good! No one came out to cover Finley Blackmore, and she calmly sinks a three-pointer to give the Jags the lead back. This is where you expect Carson Jacks to make a big play, but she turns it over. Steal out of there by Smith. Now Crawford pushes it ahead. Off to Smith. Crawford again. Crawford isolated on Gage, goes up with a shot, blocked. Crawford's down. She's got to hustle back. Ankeny in transition. Keene thought about three, goes in and blocked by Crawford. Nothing called. And then Crawford nearly taken out by the official on the back end. Crawford's taking a beating tonight by everybody on the floor. Pratt into the lane, up with a shot. The reverse layup is good. Jags by 5. Jacks to Keene. Baseline, Keene's going to get fouled by Blackmore. Hawkettes gonna value the basketball here. 4 minutes left in regulation. Great look for them. Jacks for three, in and out, no good. Jaden Pratt away with a rebound. Pratt, no one picks her up. She goes in, up with a floater, and she gets whistled for the charge. And that will be it for Jaden Pratt. Cassie Johnson saw Pratt at about the 10-foot line of the volleyball floor. Her eyes got big coming at the hoop. Cassie Johnson steps in, takes the charge, and that'll be it for Jaden Pratt. She has been so good in this second half. Now the scorebook is saying that she's got 4. Ankeny scorebook has her for 4. No, it's the team fouls. So that's already 4 team fouls on the Jaguars in this quarter. If they get to 5, that'll be 2 shots. Jacks defended by Beam. Jacks beats her, kicks it down in the corner. Gage travels with the basketball. From the moment she caught it down in the corner, the fans in that corner were yelling for a travel. There's something down there that they saw that we did not. But now the Hawkettes have a chance to set up their pressure once again. And they go to Crawford. Crawford can kind of create a break by herself. She gets ahead to Beam. And the Jaguars will be patient here. Down low they go. Martin back out to Crawford. See if they spread it out and isolate Crawford. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford kicks it out. Beam. Back out to Smith. They'll set something up now. Smith with the basketball. Tilly Smith to Crawford. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford up with the left hand. No good. And Ava Martin. That is now the 5th team foul on the Jaguars. So, with the new rules this year, 5th team foul in the quarter, the Hawkettes will be shooting free throws. 2 of them for the last 3:06 of regulation. J-Lo Williams steps up to the free throw line right now. Coach Scott DeYoung wanted a timeout before the ball was given away. Full timeout. We'll take one as well and be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Coming back out of the timeout, it'll be J.O. Williams to shoot a couple free throws for the Hawkettes. 3:06 to go, little game reset. The possession arrow is with the Hawkettes. The Jags have 5 team fouls in this quarter, so the Hawkettes will be shooting each foul after this. They'll have 2. The Hawkettes have not fouled yet, so if it comes into a situation where they will have to foul to try to get some possessions back, they're going to have to do a lot of it in a hurry. Williams steps up again, has it down to a 4-point game, and now 3. And nearly a turnover down in the corner. And I believe there's a foul whistle on Gage down there. There is. Just her first foul of the half, or the quarter, excuse me, on Ankeny. I'm going to have to get these new foul rules straight, maybe by the end of the season when we're calling the state tournament. Blackmore lobs it in. Jaguars 2-on-1 all of a sudden. Beam, though, pulls it out. Swings it over Blackmore. Hands it off to Crawford. Jaguars milking some clock. Off to Smith, Tilly Smith, Crawford into the lane. They've got her defended if she spins to the left. Here's a shot. Martin in the corner for 3. In and out, no good. Jayla Williams gets the rebound for the Hawkettes. Quickly ahead the other way. Gage hands it off to Jax. Back out to Gage. Neither team has subs a whole lot in this second half. Keene thought about 3, then lets one go. No good. Rebound to Martin. I think this Ankeny side of things would have erupted if she would have hit that 3. Jaguars just like that have 3-on-2. Down in the corner. Lizzie Beam for 3. No good. And the rebound saved back in. Tilly Smith has it for the Jags. Coach DeYoung wants them to set things up. Blackmore with a basketball now up top. Skip pass over. Smith then off to Crawford, who's swatted at by Williams. She's going to have to move now. She's being counted down. Kicks it off, down in the corner. Blackmore for 3, way short. Tilly Smith right there for the rebound. Out they go. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock. Not sure if they know that. Crawford into the lane, finds herself up, and she's going to have a chance to shoot 2. Williams has just whistled for her second foul. Crawford, who's been so good tonight, has really taken this game over from the start. First 3 throws, no good. It remains a 1-possession game. Crawford takes a deep breath. Misses that one as well. Williams up high to get the rebound for the Hawkettes. Here's the shooter right now, and no one's out to pick her up. Jax into the lane. Up with a shot, blocked by Beam. Jax gets it back and stolen. Ava Martin tipped it away. Crawford came up with it. Now the Jaguars going to milk some more time off this clock. And it's stolen away. Keene got a hand on it. Back the other way, Gage. Jax has it now, and a timeout for Ankeny. Full timeout. Back right after this.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jirash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, We have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
And we're back. That is the time remaining in the timeout, not the time remaining in the game that you see on your screen right there. Minute 1 to go in this one. Hawkettes have the basketball. They trail by 3. Cassie Johnson will trigger from the sideline. They get it into Jax. What a better person to have try to free up the ball here at the end of this game than Carson Jax. Jayla Williams in. Ball is taken away. And there is an over and back violation. They said Carson Jax was the last one to touch it. I really thought that Lizzie Beam tipped the ball, but they said no. That's an over and back violation on the Hawkettes. Wow, big call with 52 seconds left in this one. They get it in. Crawford. And she's fouled right away by Jax. Wow, what a big call in this one. But again, no free throws being shot. Jaguars will have to take the ball out of bounds. Once again, Blackmore will try to get it into either Martin or Crawford. And she gets it into Crawford. They're going to play defense. 13-second differential. They're going to play defense on Crawford. Crawford has it. She gets a steal. And now they say a foul on Maya Crawford during the loose ball situation. And this crowd is about to blow on both sides because they have not liked the crowds at the end of the calls at the end of this game. Ainsley Keene. The shot clock will be off after this as Keene, the sophomore, steps up, trailing by 3. Calmly drains the first free throw. Might have been a little bit of a makeup call from that last call. It was the same official that had called the over and back. 2 big loose ball calls at the end of this game. Keene can't get that to fall. Rebound out of there, Tilly Smith. Jaguars ahead. Beam is fouled. Coach DeYoung wants an intentional. He's not going to get it, not at this stage of the game. You may see anarchy if a big call like that were to be made. Timeout, Hawkettes, a full one. See you back in a minute.
Full timeout.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
31 seconds to go. Ankeny Centennial 49, Ankeny 47. Jaguars will be triggering the ball in front of their own bench. Drew up a play. Ankeny will definitely be fouling or going after the ball hard. As Blackmore and gets it into Smith. She might have been fouled. Now Crawford being chased, and she's going to get fouled by Keene. 2 free throws here for Maya Crawford, as that is the 5th. 5th team foul, excuse me. Crawford trying to extend this little Jaguar lead right now. Big shot there for Maya Crawford. Definitely at the top of our list to be named the Lamberti, Murphy, and Strong Law Player of the Game. And she misses a second. Williams high in the air to get the rebound. Quickly ahead to Keene. They don't need a three right away. Jax hands off to Gage. Gage drives down, up with a shot, gets it to fall. Quick timeout. The clock in high school basketball does not stop after a made bucket. So they needed to use that timeout right away. See you again in a minute.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
So the Jaguars to trigger right now. Just over 12 seconds to go in this one. Jaguars will have it underneath the Hawkette basket. 12.7 seconds to go. The official reminds Finley Blackmore that she can work sideline to sideline. They cross. Timeout, Centennial. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. The boys basketball teams are both chomping at the bit to come out on the floor, but we've had a very entertaining girls basketball game here. They'll start about 15 to 20 minutes after the girls game, which may not be over yet. Huge crowd on hand here at the end of this one. All sorts of fans waiting to get in as well. So Finley Blackmore is defended by Jayla Williams underneath the Hawkette basket. Blackmore works side to side. Ball's tipped away. Crawford comes up with it. They're going to let her get fouled, and she tries to call timeout. No, a jump ball called. That's Ankeny basketball. She was signaling for a timeout down there, but they called a jump. That's Hawkette basketball, so now they've got a chance. Hawkettes with one timeout left. Excuse me, no timeouts left for the Hawkettes. Cassie Johnson to trigger it in. 7.3 seconds. Obviously no shot clock. Johnson tipped away momentarily and out of bounds and goes off of Gage to the Jaguars with 4.7 seconds to go. The hustle play by Maya Crawford. She's been making them all night long. Blackmore, now a discussion. Over in front of the Jags sideline, Blackmore. They get it in, Smith gonna dribble out, 3 seconds, and she's fouled by Keene. 2.7 seconds to go. As Coach DeYoung wants to make sure the clock gets moving. Tilly Smith, the great shooter, steps up. Jaguars lead by 1, trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. She misses the first free throw. Time to get a couple dribbles in and shoot if you're the Hawkettes. Smith can't get that one to fall. Williams with it. 1 second. Williams from half court. It was no good anyway. The shot was not going to be counted good. It was after the horn. And the Jaguars
A big win over their rivals. 50-49, our final. What a finish in this one. We're going to take a break. We've got the boys game coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll be back with that. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jirash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Our visitors for tonight's crosstown CIML matchup are the Ankeny Hawks and your Centennial Jaguars. Let's meet tonight's officials: Joe Thompson, Tyler Brady, and Chris Lynch. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. At guard for the Hawks, a 6'4" senior, number 5, Cash Schoolin. At guard for the Jaguars, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Connor Welsh. At guard for the Hawks, a 6-foot senior, number 11, Carson Johnson. At forward for the Jaguars, a 6'5" senior, number 10, Chase Shuddy. At guard for the Hawks, a 6'3" senior, number 21, Leo Aguirre. At forward for the Jaguars, a 6'3" senior, number 12, Joey Oakey. At forward for the Hawks, a 6'6" senior, number 33, Pete Henderson. At forward for the Jaguars, a 6'3" senior, number 13, Nick Besky. And at guard for the Hawks, a 6'1" senior, number 35, Rio Aguirre. At guard for the Jaguars, a 6'1" senior, number 14, Lou Winkle.
And there you have it, our Side-O-Rama Ankeny starting lineups. 6-1, the Ankeny Hawks, here to take on the 4-2 Centennial Jaguars. Last time we watched these two teams play, an absolutely instant classic. Jaguars were behind by 20 points, 18 in the fourth quarter, came back and won the game.
Are you ready? We got 10 on the floor, 8 on the clock, 3 official. It is showtime.
Tip-off is controlled by the Hawks. That is Carson Johnson with the basketball. Off to Aguirre, they throw it down low, it's saved back in, and coming away with it for the Jaguars, Nick Baskey. And now Luke Winko with the basketball for the Jags. If this is anything like the girls' game, we're in for a huge treat. Centennial, 1 by 1 tonight, 50-49. Down low, Baskey up off the glass. Good.
Number 13, Nick Baskey.
Leo Aguirre up with the left hand, the former Jaguar. Jaguars back with the basketball. This is Chase Shuddy, just committed to Northern Illinois to play football. Shuddy bullies his way in, gets the layup, and we'll have an opportunity to add to it at the free throw line. Don't forget to stick around tonight at halftime. We've got a very special presentation during our New York Life Des Moines offices of Josh Cowart halftime show. As Shuddy drains that one. Jaguars off to a fast 5-0 lead. Showing some pressure here. Rio Aguirre, his brother Leo back there. Carson Johnson now with it. Cade Peterson in the game as well for the Hawks. Cash Schoolin in the game game as well. This is Johnson, a great shooter. Down to the corner, schooling. Rio Aguirre.
Jaguar foul call in number 14, Luke Winkle. His first, team's first.
Aguirre tosses it into Peterson. Johnson with a basketball again. Up with a shot. Johnson off the glass. No good. Rebound out of there. Winkle's got it. Winkle all the way in, and he gets it up off the glass. Somehow gets it to fall. And the Jaguars are out to a 7-0 lead, less than 2 minutes in. And a takeaway. Vasky now with it. Vasky gets it tipped away, and a foul going to be whistled on Rio Aguirre. Up top for the Jaguars, that's Connor Welsh, recently committed to Iowa State to play football. Winkle kicks it out. Shuddy thought about the three. Shuddy drops it in, a three-pointer. Incredible start for the Jaguars. They're off to a 10-0 lead, less than 2.5 minutes in.
Their careers, and then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
And welcome back. Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Our clock got knocked off. There's so many people here tonight. Our equipment's constantly getting knocked off, and our clock camera got knocked out of whack between games. We've been trying to recalibrate that as well right now. Hawks off to a rough start. Jaguars have shot lights out. Down low they go to Peterson. Peterson back up top. Leo Aguirre with a basketball. Off to Rio, his younger brother. Rio into the lane, up with a shot, no good. Rebound out of there to Shuddy. Not sure the Jaguars have missed a shot yet. Shuddy, spin move into the lane. There's the first miss. Peterson gathers that rebound in. 3 minutes in, Jaguars up 10-0. Leo Aguirre, spin move, up with a shot and good. Aguirre finds himself with nothing between him and the basket but air. Winkle back the other way. Winkle finds himself with a 10-footer, no good. Rebound tipped out of there, Schooling. Comes away with it for the Hawks on the run. Rio Aguirre in, kicks it off to Peterson. Peterson up with a shot, it's blocked. And Peterson is down, he's grabbing his ankle. Jaguars with numbers, Peterson limping back the other way. Winkle drives in, the Euro step up off the glass, no good. Rebound out of there, Shuddy. Peterson's back right now as he hobbled down the other end. He's not feeling great. That left ankle right now. Shuddy with a basketball. Halfway through the first quarter. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Winkle on Schooling. Winkle all the way in and lays it in. What a quick move off the dribble for Luke Winkle. Fast start for the Jags here. If there's somebody that can get him back in the game, it's this guy. And that's Carson Johnson, one of the top basketball players in the state. Carson Johnson for Ankeny tonight comes into the game averaging 25 points per game. 2 team fouls on each right now, 3:40 to go first quarter. Rio Aguirre in the corner, up top to Johnson in rhythm 3, no good. Rebound out of there to Shuddy. Seems like he's been everywhere the ball's been tonight. Luke Winkle now with the basketball. He's been really, really good. He drives all the way in as the lane clears out. Steps through, up with a shot, no good, but he'll have a chance to shoot a couple free throws. Winkle, who was a little banged up at the end of the Waukee game, appears to be just fine tonight. I'm not sure we can fit many more people in here tonight, even if we tried. There is a gigantic crowd on hand here. The student sections are as boisterous as they can be. As Winkle gets that to fall. Fans here hoping to see one of the numerous instant classic finishes that have happened during Ankeny and Centennial in the last 12 months. Winkle, the high archer, barely moves the net, and it's 14-2 Centennial. Into the game for Ankeny, that's Luke Anderson. Aguirre moves in on Oki, throws it up off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound though, and puts it up and in. Leo Aguirre has all four for the Hawks. Winkle with the basketball. Left open for three. In and out, no good. Aguirre with the rebound. Hawks trying to scratch and claw their way back into this one. Very early yet. Anderson comes around, hands off to Rio Aguirre. Three-point shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Aguirre. Jags have the Hawks doubled up here early on. Winkle to Oki. Shuddy draws the double team. Now Vasky for three, no good. Rebound out of there, taken out for the Hawks by Nolan Dalton, who's into the game now. Over to Aguirre, back out Johnson for three, good. Johnson capable of shooting them right back into this one as he does there. Hawks fans want some defense. Winkle to Shuddy. Hands off to Winkle. Winkle, free throw line jump shot, no good, gets his own rebound. Backs his way in, right by the rim, and he's so good at the rim. It is the Luke Winkle show in the first quarter here tonight. 92 seconds to go in the first quarter. Anderson, backdoor cut, Johnson up with a shot, good. Great away from the ball movement by Carson Johnson as Anderson found him. Jags by 4 in the first quarter. Fast moving first quarter. Into the game for the Jaguars, it's Cameron Klingner. Winkle goes up again off the glass. Aguirre now, thought about three. Drives in, reverse layup, good. Coach Fontana looks over, not super happy with his team's defense in the last 3 minutes. Klingner. Winkle, long three-point shot, no good. Might have been feeling it a little too much. Caitlin Clark range for Luke Winkle, can't get it to fall. And now the Hawks, before the end of the quarter, have a chance to get it back to a 2 or even a 1-point lead. Swing it over, that's Dalton Aguirre up top. Johnson, three-point shot, no good. Long rebound out to Aguirre, hands off to his brother. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Jaguars got out to a 12-point lead. It's back to a 4-point lead now. Johnson, one-on-one on Vasky, kicks it out. Aguirre for three, no good at the horn. And the Jaguars will take an 18-14 lead into the break. We'll be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
And we're back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Second quarter set right now with 8 minutes on the clock. Jaguars got out to a 14-12 lead, but the Hawks have come storming back. It's now 18-14 in the second quarter. Luke Winkle has been very good. He throws a shot up and in somehow. Luke Winkle gets that to fall.
Luke Winkle.
He has been incredible so far tonight. Aguirre off to Johnson. Pick and roll back to Rio Aguirre. Back up to his brother Leo. Swings it over to Johnson. Johnson creates a little separation. Step back 15-footer, no good. And a rebound. There's a foul on the rebound. Whistled on Rio Aguirre. That's just his first. Said he created space behind him with his arms. Vasky taking the ball up the court. No pressure there from Ankeny. Nearly loses his dribble on his own. Vasky hands it off to Will Smith in the game now. Smith drives in. He goes with a reverse layup. He gets it to fall. The Jags have been so crafty around the basket early on tonight. Don't forget to stick around at halftime. They'll have recognition for the 2023 state softball champions, the Centennial Jaguars. The seniors from last year's team are back. They'll get recognized at halftime, and we'll have it right here. Leo Aguirre and drops in two more for him. Winkle. Now to Vasky. Off the screen from Shuddy. Vasky nearly lost it again. He wipes his hands off. Welsh in the game for Centennial. They hand off back to Winkle again. Winkle, spin move, kicks it out. Shuddy for three, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Scoop. He'll take it up the court himself. Hands off to Dalton. Down to the corner, that's Aguirre schooling up top. Drives in, kicks it out for Rio. Good, a three-pointer. Down to a three-point game. All the way in, and at the hoop once again is Luke Winkle. He just finds himself by the basket and somehow, after a bunch of pivoting, is wide open every time. It's incredible what Luke Winkle can do with a basketball. 5.5 minutes to play first half. Johnson. Rio Aguirre for threes, feeling it, doesn't get that one. Up high in the air to get it, Smith for Centennial. Smith pushing up the floor, realizes quickly there's no one there, he throws it up, there's no call. Ball's tipped out of bounds, it's going to go to Ankeny. Smith tried the Euro step from about 19 feet away and really had nothing left that he could do with the basketball. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. 30-second timeout. Be back right after this.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock with you tonight. We had another classic finish in our girls' game tonight between Ankeny and Centennial. The Jaguars ceased their losing streak. They won by 50-49 behind an outstanding performance by Maya Crawford tonight for the Jaguars. Fast start for the Jaguars in this one, and they've been holding on. They led by as much as 12 in the first quarter. Anderson with a basketball for Ankeny. Gunnar Breeding in the game right now for the Hawks as well. Aguirre in on Vasky, might have got away with a little bit of a travel. Nothing called, and it's back to a 3-point game. Winkle battling contact, kicks it off to Vasky. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Vasky spin move in the lane, and he is clotheslined as he goes up for that shot. Now the chance to shoot a couple free throws. Little discussion here at the free throw line. And Vasky, not sure if it was about who the foul was on. It's going to be whistled on Luke Anderson, his second. Vasky gets that free throw to fall. 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. As Vasky gets them both to fall. Substitution in for the Jaguars, Isaac Runchie. His dad Dave is the assistant on the girls team for Centennial. Sister Taylor, multi-sport star athlete here back in the day, now with her talents up at Waverly, Wartburg College, playing basketball for their top 5 NCAA Division III team. Johnson step back, can't get it to fall. Runchie up high to get the board. Coming back the other way are the Jaguars, leading by 5. Winkle. Hands off to Shuddy. Smith. Welsh to Runchie, and Runchie's fouled. They had the matchup they wanted. 5'11" Breeding was trying to cover the 6'3" Runchie down low. And that is the third team foul of the half on Ankeny. Winkle lobs it in down there to Shuddy. Covered by Aguirre, former teammates here on the north side. Smith all the way in, spin move up with a shot. No good, gets his own rebound though. Can't put it in, and rebound taken out of there by Aguirre. 3.5 to play. Aguirre kicks it out. Anderson swings it around. That's Schoolin with the basketball right now. Aguirre into the lane, battles through contact, might have got pushed from behind. No call, now Shuddy running the break for Centennial. Spin move into the lane, kicks it out for 3. No good. Welsh couldn't get it to fall. Jaguars have struggled a little bit from distance here after that early part of the first quarter. Johnson with the basketball once again, and stolen away. Runchie gets it. And somehow out of there is Welsh. Welsh up with a left hand layup and good. Great hustle by Isaac Runchie coming off the bench, creating a turnover. And nearly another turnover. A foul going to be whistled on Shuddy. He's quickly down to help up Schoolin. Shuddy, future Division I tight end at Northern Illinois, recently committed there. These are definitely two basketball teams who have seen the weight room. A lot of multi-sport athletes out there, and you don't see many basketball teams that are built like these two. Looks like a couple football teams out here. Carson Johnson, a guy we've watched grow up for years, always been a great shooter. He's added the physical aspect around the rim to his game. Johnson dribbles it off the foot. Winkle looking to run, gets it ahead to Welsh. Welsh up with the left hand, good. Aguirre pushes it down again. Anderson back up top to Aguirre, thought about 3. In the lane, Runchie is there, and Runchie stood his ground. I think if he goes down, it's probably an offensive foul, but now a chance for a three-point play for Leo Aguirre. .206 to go in the first half. Oki, future MLB draft pick, gets the rebound for the Jaguars. Winkle pushing it the other way. And a foul whistle there. Winkle will head back to the free throw line. Winkle can't get it to fall. Jags back up to an 8-point lead, under 2 to play in the first half. Aguirre defended by Welsh. Well, the chance to run things again does Leo. Kicks it out. Dalton. The floater in the lane is good. Don't forget to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by the Des Moines offices of New York Life, Josh Coward Agency. Winkle. Down low, gets it to Runchie. Runchie up, it's blocked from behind. Somehow Anderson got in there. Down to a minute to play. Considering the way this game started off, I think the Hawks will be pretty content to only be down 6 or even less. Dalton is feeling it as he hits a 3 from the corner. 15-second differential between the shot and game clock. Winkle, spin move up with the left hand. So good. So good. And now the Hawks can basically hold for the last shot of the first half. They trailed by 12 in the first quarter to only be trailing by 5 right now or less going into the halftime break. They've got to feel pretty good about. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Johnson going to go one-on-one with Welsh. Kicks it out, Aguirre, and Aguirre is fouled by Winkle. Gets a shoulder in the face as he tries to go by Winkle. Winkle picks up his second with 3.5 seconds to go in the second quarter. And now Ankeny definitely can hold for the last shot. Coach Bob Fontana wants to discuss this with the official even more. The officials have had a lot of talks with both the girls and the guys' coaches tonight. They get it into Aguirre, heaves up a 3-point shot off the backboard, no good, and at the horn, Dalton can't quite get it to fall. And now we turn it over to our public address announcer, Kay Tomlinson, for a look at this year's state championship Ankeny Centennial softball team.
We've got a very special group coming out onto the floor right now. Please welcome the 2023 school record holding Centennial softball team. The girls of summer set the new school record with 36 wins and captured the inaugural conference title of the new Central Iowa Metro League. In July, Jack's fans flocked in droves to Fort Dodge to watch these girls dominate the state tournament, outscoring their opponents 29-2 over 3 games, including an 11-0 and 5 innings state championship win, where they raced out to a 6-0 first inning lead over the very strong Pleasant Valley team. They became the talk of the tournament by making contact with every single pitch they swung at in the title game. The storybook season led to many individual awards as well. 10 Jaguars were named all CIML, while seniors Mackenzie James, Warren Gustafson, and Sydney Morris, along with freshmen Jordan Kennedy and Maddie Ott, and 8th grader Lauren Sandholt were voted to multiple all-state teams. At the state tournament, Gustafson and the freshman duo of Ott and Kennedy were named to the all-tournament team, with Kennedy being named captain as the Jags hoisted the championship trophy for the first time in school history. Jaguar fans, welcome back to Centennial 5A Coach of the Year, Brent Delaney, and the 2023 state champion, Ankeny Centennial Jaguars softball team.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness, and Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jirash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular. Jirash Performance. Ted Sandine Photography. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. Alter Metal Recycling. Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Keystone Home Inspections. And Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
And welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, as we get set to start the third quarter. Jaguars leading Ankeny 33-28. As the Jaguars got off to a 12-0 lead to start the game, a 10-0 lead. They had a 12-point lead at one point, 14-2. And Ankeny is slowly working their way back into this one. Has made it very manageable to overcome at halftime. Of course, big leads in this contest are never safe. We've seen that before in about every sport, even in the last 3 to 4 months. Some of the crowd has started to thin down here as it's got a little bit later after halftime. And the Hawks will get the ball first. Carson Johnson with the basketball. Hawks in their black uniforms, gold trim. Jaguars in the white with black trim. Motion away from the basketball right now for the Hawks. Johnson up top. Aguirre gets it taken away from him momentarily by Welsh. Gathers it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. No look pass down low. Up with a shot and no good there for Schoolin. And the Jags come away with a rebound. This is Shuddy up top. He was big early on to quiet him down a little bit as this first quarter went on, but he was huge. Integral to that fast start that the Jaguars had. Now Winkle goes up with the left hand and good. Luke Winkle. They've yet to solve the puzzle that is Luke Winkle yet tonight. Aguirre kicks it out. Schoolin doesn't want it. Over to Dalton. Dalton up with a reverse layup. No good. And Aguirre finds the basketball and goes up and puts it in. Aguirre's found himself around the basket a few times tonight, wide open. Crafty there. As Shuddy lets loose a three-point shot. No good, in and out. And Schoolin comes in to get the rebound. Johnson on the far side. Might have got away with a little push as Welsh has done a really nice job on him tonight. And then a foul is going to be whistled on Vasky as Aguirre started to take it in. First on Vasky, first of the quarter for the Jaguars. Rio Aguirre, they hand it back to him in the corner for three. Rio, no good. Winkle, again with a rebound. He always wants to push it. He goes all the way down, backs in on Johnson, isolates himself and loses the ball. He wanted a foul. Hawks running the floor. Can't get the dunk is Schoolin, but coming out of it is Dalton with a rebound. Coach Carlson wants their motion offense. Up top to Aguirre. Down to the corner, Dalton hands it off to Schoolin. Schoolin battles through contact and the foul called from the opposite side of the floor. And the 6'4" Schoolin will have a chance to go and cut into this lead a little bit more at the free throw line. Way short. That ball looked like it was about 40 pounds coming out of his hand. And the second one was a little strong as Shuddy goes up and gets the rebound. Winkle going to run a set play for Centennial. And actually he decides not to and just goes up and lays it in and misses it. That was about the most open look that Luke Winkle's had tonight. He couldn't get it to fall. He's talking to the official about it now as Johnson lets loose on the three-pointer and buries it. Carson Johnson back to a two-point game. Winkle. Oki swings it over to Vasky. Shuddy backs in. Now Winkle again off the screen. Winkle out to Shuddy. Thought about three. 10 seconds. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Winkle lets loose a three. It's stuffed back in his face. Then he steps back. The 19-footer. Winkle can't get it to fall. And now for the first time tonight, the Hawks have a chance to tie it or even take the lead. Johnson. He's starting to heat up. Johnson all the way in, up off the glass, and good. He hit the ground hard, but now he's got a chance to give the Hawks a lead for the first time tonight with 4:23 to go in the third quarter. This after the Jaguars started off with a 12-point lead. And he gives it to him. Jags back the other way. Winkle wants a timeout. Full one. We'll take one as well and be back right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky. West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So the Hawks have taken their first lead of the game here as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Jaguars have gone very quiet on offense after sprinting out to a lot of points in the first quarter as Winkle picks up his dribble. Hands off back to Will Smith, who's back in the game after a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Winkle drawing a lot of attention off to Shuddy. Shuddy in on Aguirre up off the glass, no good. Smith keeps it alive. He can't get it to fall. And he's flat on the floor when he's done, no call. Aguirre hands off to his brother. Into the lane, dishes it off. Dalton up with a shot and good. Excuse me, that's Anderson that lays it in. Winkle. Jaguars have gone stagnant on offense. Winkle going baseline. Spin move up with a shot and good. There's the guy that can end a scoring drought about any time he wants. Aguirre now with the basketball for Ankeny. They lead by 1. Three-point shot on the way short, and the rebound coming out of there. Look at Welsh hustle after it. Rebound taken, Smith gets it back to Winkle. Back the other way, Winkle is back under control, spins in, and Winkle gets the layup. Incredible. I asked Coach Bob Fontana last year to give me a couple words to describe Luke Winkle, and he told me he's one tough hombre, and he's not kidding. What a night for Winkle. Johnson into the lane. He lays it in. Back and forth we go. Timeout for Ankeny. Right back in a minute.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
So the Jaguars and the Hawks trading buckets. It'll be Centennial basketball here with 2:24 to go in the third quarter. Looks like we've got another great finish set to go with this one. Some pressure applied there by Schoolin as Winkle takes the ball up the floor. Winkle off the screen. Everybody's there. No look pass to Shuddy. Shuddy blocked from behind. Gets his own rebound, and then he's fouled on the floor by Carson Johnson. Great look from Winkle, who wants to show he can dish it as well as he can score it. Lob pass into Shuddy. Down the corner, Vasky. Winkle thought about 3. What a move. He couldn't get it to finish. Right there for the rebound. Vasky gets fouled, and he'll have a chance for an and one as he gives the Jaguars the lead back. Anderson whistled for his second foul. And he has the Jags back on top by 2. This is where, with all your scorers on the Ankeny team, you've got just buckle down here, isolate somebody. You can isolate either of the Aguirres or Johnson. Heck, we've even seen Schoolin go to the hoop tonight. Johnson, free throw line fadeaway, no good. Winkle clears it for the rebound. A good look for Ankeny. That's a great look for Carson Johnson. We've seen him hit that shot time and time again. 90 seconds to play, third quarter. Vasky, long pass over. Klinger, who's in the game now. Now Smith all the way in for the layup. No real rim protector out there for Ankeny right now, so a lot of layups for the Jaguars tonight. Johnson down low to Aguirre on Shuddy. Gets Shuddy up in the air, and Shuddy going to get whistled for the foul as he came down on Aguirre's arm. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitutions. Nolan Dalton checks into the game for Ankeny. Isaac Runchie checks into the game for Centennial. Leo Aguirre to shoot a couple. Welsh back into the game as well for Centennial. Aguirre calmly drops the second one in, back to a 2-point lead for the Jags. Under a minute to play in the third. Winkle gets fouled up at the top of the key. That's one way to keep him from getting to the basket. Dalton's second. Just a third, so not many opportunities for the Jags to shoot free throws here. The Jags have fouled Centennial 4 times, so any more fouls on Centennial, the Jags will have, the Hawks will have a couple free throws. And there's going to be a foul whistled there on Johnson, I believe. It is. They said he was on the arm of Winkle. Coach Fontana says he was shooting. He's not going to win that battle. So with a 7-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, Luke Winkle will take the ball out of bounds underneath the Jaguars' basket. Gets it into a cutting Smith. Smith off the glass. Another layup. This will be, there's like a 0.8 second differential, and the clock doesn't stop at the end of the quarter, so Ankeny can hold for one if they wish. Johnson's a good guy to take that shot. .13. Johnson sets it up. 8 seconds to go. Johnson draws a double team out here. Gets it away. Aguirre now into the lane. He might not even get a shot off. No, he does not. There's the shot clock violation. There should be some time left on the clock. They're going to talk it over. There is. Yep. 0.3 of a second left on the game clock. So enough time for a tip. Jaguars can heave it down towards the basket and tip it in if they want. And it's going to be way down here at the other end. Not even sure the Jaguars will have an opportunity to take one of these. Connor Welsh to trigger it in, and they won't even take the shot as Luke Winkle just hands the ball to the official. We head to the fourth quarter. Jaguars leading 46-42. Back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
And we're back to start the fourth quarter. It's going to be Jaguar basketball. They've started off tonight with a big lead and have given it up momentarily, but are back up by 4 with a ball here to start the fourth quarter. Shuddy with the basketball. Off to Winkle, who's been really, really good. Winkle in on Johnson, spin move in. Fade away, can't quite will it over the top. Will Smith there, and he puts it in. Will Smith has played much bigger than his 6'2" frame around the basket tonight. Aguirre up top, Dalton. Rio Aguirre kicks it back out. This is Johnson. Leo Aguirre step through, up with a shot. Can't quite get it to fall. Battles for his own rebound. Gets it back, up off the glass and good. Leo does a great job keeping it alive and tipping it in on his own. 7 minutes to go in regulation. Smith. All the way in. Step through, can't get it to fall. He's on the ground, quickly the other way. 5-on-4 Ankeny. Kicks over to Rio Aguirre. Off to Leo. Jags have a chance to get set. Leo in. Tries to step through, can't do it. Long skip pass over, extra pass. Anderson in the corner, good! Back to a 1-point game. And Winkle drawing the double team, but quickly comes back in, goes through, and has it taken away, and then he's going to get whistled for the foul. That's his third. Johnson now with the basketball for Ankeny. Swings it up top. Anderson's going to get fouled by Winkle. That's 4. That's a big one. Coach Bob Fontana wants a timeout. We'll take one too, right back after this.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Ankeny's triggered the ball in. They only trail by 1 right now. 6 minutes to go. Aguirre hands off to Aguirre. Johnson steps through, decides to kick it back out to Leo. Over to Rio. In with a shot, he's fouled by Smith. 2 free throws here for Rio Aguirre.
Jaguar foul called on number 31.
And they say he wasn't shooting either, so these guys have had some issues with that tonight. Rio to trigger. 3 team fouls on the Jaguars early on here in the 4th quarter, so Ankeny potentially could be shooting a lot of free throws. Johnson into the lane, and he is fouled by Welsh. No, he's not. He's fouled by Vasky. That's 4 team fouls now in the quarter. Jaguars still lead by 1. Johnson, long pass into Aguirre. This is Johnson working a little 2-man game. All the way in, he goes, slashes to the hoop and lays it in. Gives the Hawks the lead back. Shuddy with the basketball. Hand off to Vasky, back to Shuddy. Smith, and he's fouled by Rio Aguirre. First foul of the quarter whistled on Ankeny.
Hot foul whistled on number 35, Rio Aguirre. His first and his third, team's first.
Klinger into the game for Centennial, throws it into Vasky. Jaguars without Luke Winkle in the game. See what they elect to do. They kick it out to Vasky. Vasky drives in. He's fouled. No shot. He was fouled on the floor. And quickly the fouls are getting closer. Here with 4:48 to go in the game. Shuddy. Vasky again. Winkle. Luke Winkle on the bench. I have him for 24 points. He's on the bench right now, though, with 4 fouls, and there's another foul. This time on Leo Aguirre. They decided to tighten this game up in a hurry. There's been some maulings out there not called tonight, and then now in the 4th quarter we're getting everything called, trying to even up these fouls, it looks like. Hawks by 1. Shuddy with the basketball. Klinger. Back out to Vasky. Welsh. All the way in. Welsh with the left hand. Gets it to fall. The future Cyclone safety gives the Jaguars the lead back. Johnson. Fade away. No good. Rebound out of there. Klinger. Jaguars, if they can keep this lead with Winkle on the bench. Vasky kicks it over. Shuddy, step back 3. No good, an air ball, but Smith there for the rebound, then has it taken away by Anderson. Anderson, the crossover at midcourt. Kicks it over. Dalton into the lane, up with a layup. Good. Lead back to the Hawks as we go back and forth. 3.5 minutes to play. Jaguars down the court. Smith kicks it out. Klinger for 3. Good! The junior comes up big for the Jaguars. And every time they've had a lead, Ankeny has come back with an answer. Dalton with a basketball. Down to the corner. Aguirre, he's fouled. And that's going to be 2 free throws now for Rio Aguirre. As Ankeny now is in the bonus. Aguirre's first free throw, missed.
Jaguar substitution number 14, Luke Winkle.
So Luke Winkle back into the game, a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. He's got 4 fouls. Aguirre makes it a 1-point game. See if Winkle tones it down on offense at all, or if he continues to work towards the hoop. Shuddy with it at the top of the key. Winkle, high pass down there to Smith. Welsh. Shuddy backing his way in. Step through, shot up, no good. Rebound out of there to Dalton. And now the Hawks have a chance to take the lead back. Leo Aguirre with a basketball off to Rio Aguirre. Leo up top, hands off, Anderson. Back to Aguirre, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson, Aguirre. Back to Aguirre again, long three on the way, no good, an air ball. And that's a shot clock violation. They got a little too patient. Got a little too patient, he had to throw up a tough shot there at the end of the shot clock. So now the Jaguars have the ball back, up by 1. They try to use some extra clock here. Winkle. Hands off, Baskey. Off to Smith. Winkle all the way in, up with a shot. The basket counts, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play and extend this Jaguar lead. Luke Winkle coming up huge. Definitely a candidate for our Lamberti, Murphy, and Strong player of the game. Luke Winkle. One tough hombre as he puts that one in. Jaguars up by 4, and they throw on some pressure. Minute 40 to go. Leo Aguirre going to bring it over and call timeout. We'll take one as well. Stay with us right back after this.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. The New York Life offices of Josh Cowart. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Jay's Cookies. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. The Zoom Room. And 72 Degrees, your comfort company.
And we're back. Ankeny basketball, they trail by 4. Minute 39 to go. They just got themselves in a tough hole early on, and they battled back, have taken the lead a few times, going back and forth. And they go backdoor cut to Johnson, taken away by Chase Shuddy. Winkle with the basketball now. The Hawks need a stop. They get it down to Vaskey. Each team will shoot free throws with any fouls. Kick it out, Vaskey again with the basketball. Jags taking their time. Now you can't foul if you're Ankeny. You don't want to foul right now. They've worked the shot clock all the way down. Winkle with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Winkle lets loose a three-pointer. Are you kidding me? Luke Winkle. Aguirre steps through, up with a shot. No good, tipped out of there. Jaguars with a basketball. Leading by 7, 40 seconds to go. Winkle. Our Lamberti, Murphy, and Strong Law player of the game, Luke Winkle. I've got him for 29. There's no way I'm close on that. I missed a lot tonight. Incredible outing by the senior. And he's got a chance to add to it. Jaguars with 37 seconds to go. As the crowd starts to filter out. Trying to beat the traffic, of which there will be a lot tonight. Johnson with the basketball, lets loose a three. No good, an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. And the Centennial student section will let him hear about that. 28.5 seconds to go. Ball back over to Vasky, and he's hacked from behind by Anderson. And the Jaguars will run on down, and their student section believes that they just won. 25.3 seconds to go. Vasky hits that shot. So the final score is not going to be indicative at all of how this game went tonight, because this was a battle, especially through the last three quarters. But the Jags go on an 8-0 run here in the last minute of the game. Aguirre all the way down, he throws out of bounds. Winkle with the basketball again. They won't even foul him now with 13 seconds to go on the game clock, and now they do foul Vasky. So Luke Vasky will have a chance to add to his total at the free throw line, and now the crowd really starts to thin out.
Going to the line for the Jaguars, number 13, Nick Vasky, shooting 10.
Vasky extends it to a 10-point lead. And 11. So Luke Vasky with some clutch free throws, but it was the Luke Winkle show tonight here at Ankeny Centennial as Rio Aguirre cuts loose on a three-point shot. No good. Smith comes away with it. And the Jaguars going to win this one, 64-52, the final. Jaguars improve to 5-2. The Hawks fall to 6-2. Our next production on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, will be Thursday night. We've got a wrestling triangular double duel here at Ankeny Centennial High School. The final tonight, 64-52. The Jaguars win. Let's all go to the cabaret.
Winter Sports on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness, and Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa, the New York Life offices of Josh Cowart, Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency, Jay's Cookies, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, the Zoom Room, and 72 Degrees, your comfort company.